Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. It is a very special day today. Thank you all for coming. Thank you so much. Today is the 2-year anniversary, or yesterday was, but for many of you it may have crossed over into midnight while a lot of the chaos was going on. Volume low as usual. Give me a second. As per bloody usual. It always happens. It always happens. Windows 11, I regret you so bad. But yes, today is a very special day where we will have a chance to look back and to celebrate. I don't have specific plans for today because this all it always sneaks up on me every year. As you can imagine, for someone of my age, time does pass quite fast a lot of the time. But I'm really happy we get this chance to celebrate it right now. So thank you all for coming. Let's do a little recap, shall we? Well, 2 years ago, I released my first ever feature film, and I was aided by a wonderful, wonderful crew and a cast that made the dream of mine possible. I have been a big film fan for a very long time, and getting a chance to make something like that was a privilege and a privilege and an honor that I will never, ever forget. The whole thing was illustrated by my good friend and longtime collaborator, Melikas, who has also done some work for shorts on this channel, which we will do more of. No worries there. The full soundtrack, which you are listening to right now, was composed by my good friend Diego, and many of the remixes and additional tracks, including the intro, were done by my other good friend, Unit Zero. The cast were incredible, featuring the likes of, what's-his-face, Jonah Scott, who, I feel terrible that it just took me a second to summon his name, but an incredible talent. You may recognize him from shows such as Beastars and from games like Date Everything, which was a big shock to me. A man who can disappear into any role to the point where I didn't recognize his voice at first when we were playing Date Everything, but the moment chat told me it was him, I realized, and I felt so embarrassed. And Amelie, as well as my good friend Cello Chitita, who I still don't fully know how to pronounce. And of course, the lovely Sayu as well. A really fantastic cast. We had Trace on sound design. We had Harutusk make the amazing poster, which is still my desktop wallpaper to this very day. I had help with motion editing from my friend Negshin, and many, many more people were involved, including Kotoka, and Nox from Virtual Real helped with translation as well. It was a true labor of love from everyone involved, and so many people worked so hard to bring it to life. And at the time, I worked really hard on it. There are bad health habits that I picked up while editing the Demon Hungers that I am still yet to break. It was a very, very intense period of my life, and I worked so hard. Everybody involved worked so incredibly hard, and I could not be happier with the end result. It was a miraculous thing that the film turned out as well as it did. And I don't want anyone to be worried about me, because I wouldn't trade that kind of experience for anything. No amount of extra rest or sleep or good health will ever be worth the feeling of pure elation I felt when seeing everyone react to that project in real time. And the amazing privilege of seeing people go to real-world theaters to host that film themselves and to host screenings where they could enjoy the film together. As someone who really feels so strongly about the importance of watching films in the cinema, seeing something that I made, even in an atypical format, you know, more a sort of a motion comic more than anything, seeing that enjoyed in a theater, and particularly little videos of audience reactions, laughing to the jokes, and reacting to various moments, it was a totally out-of-body experience. So out-of-body, in fact, that after a moment of tremendous anxiety, I wound up taking on this form for the first time. At the time, I did so with a tremendous amount of grief and guilt and regret, But these days, I have learned to do so with pride, knowing that no matter what form I take, whether I am big or small, that my kindred love me very much, as is fitting for the fact that I didn't even realize yesterday was Oshi Day. I didn't realize. I wasn't really familiar with such a custom, but to those of you who call me your Oshi, I'm incredibly grateful to all of my kindred who have stuck by me for such a long time and who continue to support me to this day. This life, this job, this experience is as wonderful as it has ever been. And to get to continue doing this, no matter what, is a wonderful luxury, and one that I pray to everyone in my life, to every single god that may or may not exist. I pray that I can make you proud and continue to be your Oshi for as long as possible. Thank you ever so much. Arigatou gozaimasu. Sheshe. Thank you very much. I am very grateful to all of my fans. And if I knew how to say thank you in more languages, I would say it in those too. Gracias. But of course, all of you are being lovely. I'm going to take a minute to read some fantastic super chats. First of all, some gifted members from Sei. Thank you ever so much. Fuyu, thank you so much for the Aku Super. Happy 2nd anniversary to the Demon Hungers. Can't thank you enough for all the passion and perseverance you've poured into bringing this to life. I want to tell you there isn't a single day when I'm not proud to be your kindred. You're someone who inspires me to become a better person, as you do for me. Every day you all inspire me to work harder, and I will continue to do so as long as I can. Shiro, thank you for the Aku Super. Happy 2nd anniversary. I'll always be rooting for you. I love you. I love you too. Aishiteru, and thank you very much for the super. I'll be rooting for you too. Sana, thank you very much. I love you too. Thank you very much. Asami, thank you for the super. Hi, my lord. Congratulations on the Demon Hunger's 2nd anniversary. No matter how many years pass, I will always love my lord. And I, of course, will always love you too. Thank you so much. Suiden, thank you very much for the super. Thank you for creating such a wonderful work and for sharing it with us. I'll always support you. I love you too. Thank you very much. Kamiyoshi is a strong term, and to be called that is a great honor. Thank you. Also earlier, Tarushi with 50 gifted members before the stream started. Thank you so much. That's incredibly generous. Kumaki and Kaisa Lidstrom, thank you for the supers as well. Ichiko, thank you for the super. I love you too. Sameto, I love you too. Thank you very much. Hakuma, thank you for the Aku Super. I'm glad to hear that the Demon Hungers had a strong impact on you. I hope that I can continue to create art that is impactful. If nothing else, I would like to create work that is impactful in all kinds of ways, hopefully good. Naku, thank you for the super. And I'll be deserving of that Kamiyoshi title for as long as I can. Rox, thank you very much for the super, sweet thing. Yui, thank you very much for the super. Do not cry. Let us be happy today. It is a good day. The Saibi, thank you very much for the super. I'm glad that I could have inspired you. Thank you so much. Usachi, thank you very much for the super. Have a good day. I will. Thank you. I'm glad you had a good time when it came out. Dorothy, thank you for the super. A lot of things happened. Hope you have the wonderful things in the world. Whatever you're going through, I hope that you get through it okay. I'm doing great. I'm really happy to be streaming today, and I love you too. Thank you. Really lively, thank you for the super. Happy Oshi Day to my first and only Oshi, the most amazing and precious for my heart. Of course. Thank you so much. Misty, thank you very much. Grassy ass for always making me smile. Grassy ass? What does that mean? Felt compelled to smile hearing your soundtrack. Thank you. I feel compelled to smile all the time. Look at me. Kairos, thank you very much for the super. Danke. All my German kindred. Dankeschön. Danna, thank you very much for the super as well. Happy 2nd anniversary. Thank you ever so much. But that wasn't the end. No. The Demon Hungers was not done. After its release, I was very fortunate in being able to print the Demon Hungers with staff's help into a full graphic novel. Having known Malikas for some time, she also was overjoyed to have her work and her artwork printed into graphic novel form. It took a long time to reach me, a lot of the time because when the UK send me letters about customs charges, when staff send me post, I tend to very often forget to pay them in time, and staff are very annoyed with me for always accidentally having stuff sent back. But I am working on it. I'm getting better. better. I'm getting better, but I finally got the graphic novel and it is beautifully made. It's really classy with glossy pages and a hardback, which for a graphic novel is a rare thing. It feels so exclusive, and to have been a part of creating something like that, it was brilliant. It was so brilliant. Moreover, there was also, as the most unexpected collab I've ever done, I think, following the Tagaki Showerheads, the Demon Hungers had its own cafe in lots of parts of the world, both in Japan and in China, which featured menu items and artwork inspired by the film. And I was lucky enough to go to the one in Ikebukuro, and it was the most surreal experience. To be sat in a room looking at these huge, glossy, wonderfully flattering depictions of me eating a waffle that was inspired by the real life time that I was stabbed all the way through the stomach and out my back by Tokugawa Ieyasu, and then fell very, very far off a cliff and almost died. I'm so glad that 400 years later this has been turned into a delicious treat, because how else? What a fitting metaphor for my life, to have been through so much serious stuff and to now be in a situation where all of it really is fodder for fun and games. I don't think there's any better way to view it. Thank you, Kuroi 2.0, for the Aku Super. Thank you for sharing your story with us, my dearest my lord, and thank you for listening to my story. I couldn't be more grateful for your attention and your support over the years. Misty, grassy ass equals gracias. I see. Gracias, I see. Cloud9, thank you very much for the 20 quid. What cemented you being my one and only Oshi? Passion towards art. I don't think I could put a hamper on my... don't think I could put a damper on my passion for art if I tried. So hopefully I can keep inspiring you and be your Oshi for as long as you'll have me. Fern, thank you very much. It's okay, you don't need to be good at words, just having you here is more than enough. It's wonderful to see you again. Heika, thank you very much for the super. I'm looking forward to more in the future too, and I have lots planned. Worry not. I have many, many plans. Odessa, thank you for the super. Happy 2-year anniversary. One of the first works I saw of yours and got the graphic novel. I'm glad that I got a chance to make you emotional. Angie, thank you for the Aku super. Happy 2nd anniversary. Thank you so much for the party poppers. We're going to be having a party here today. Faith, thank you very much for the super. Happy 2-year anniversary. Happy Oshi Day. My Kamiyoshi, thank you very much. I love you too. Hibito, thank you very much for the super. I love reading hiragana, it's so fun. Koya, thank you very much for the super. Happy 2nd anniversary to the Demon Hungers. Thank you very much. Misa, thank you for the Aku super. Happy 2nd anniversary. Big super project going. Thank you all so much for being involved in this. I still can't forget the excitement when it was first released, and the Collab Cafe was so much fun. I'm really glad you had a good time, sweetheart. Happy Oshi Day. You are my first Oshi ever, and I'll always love you. Daisuki, arigato. To you as well. Is there a way in Japanese of saying like right back at you, or like oh, and to you as well, like, you know, many happy returns? Well, that's not what that means, you know, sort of thing. How would you say to sort of say this, like someone says something to you and then you say, oh, well, I would say the same to you. Kochira koso. Ah, I've heard of this. Kochira koso. I see. Rampion, thank you so much for the super. Nothing wrong with being new. Lovely to have some new kindred knocking around. Your storytelling is something I really admire. I love you too. Thank you very much. It's wonderful to have some new kindred. Come on in. The fire's warm. And let's hope you don't get burned. But if you do, you might get used to how nice it feels. Sabina Kari, thank you for the super. The Demon, happy 2nd anniversary and happy Oshi Day. Thank you so much for your hard work and everything. Thank you so much. I love you too, Sabina. Thank you, sincerely. Yuki, thank you for the Aku Super. Always someone a few words, but always a great pleasure to see what you've done. Thank you so much for supporting me for all this time and for always being there to put a smile on my face. Thank you. Hibito, thank you. Korekara mo zutto daisuki desu. Thank you very much for the super. Norara, thank you very much for the super. Accept this love. Terimakase Kamiyoshi. I like it. Yana, thank you very much for the super. Kobkun Krub, thank you very much. That's fun to say. Kobkun Krub. Yukiji, thank you very much for the super. So proud of you, and I'm proud of you too. Michiko, thank you very much for the super. Daisuki, thank you very much. Sei, thank you for the super. Akumaya, hado. You're 2 years old now. Oh yeah, I'm just a baby. This masterpiece will forever live in my heart. Thank you for sharing it with us. I'm so proud of you. I love you. My Oshi is Saiko Dayo. Thank you very much, Sei, for the super. Saiko Dayo desu ka? Watashi? Okay. Sana, thank you for the super. Daisuki desu. Kachirakoso. Citrus, thank you for 10 gifted. Come on in, brand new members. Come on in, everybody. Enjoy the party. Luna, thank you very much for the super. Thank you so much. I'm so glad to have you as my kindred, and I'll always be your milord. Hatto, thank you so much for the super. When it was revealed I was a uni student, and now you're trying to get a job. I had an interview today, and I hope it goes well. Well, well done. Best of luck with your job interview. I hope it goes well. I'm sure it will. I'll be thinking of you, and I'll be wishing you luck. Love you too. Nazwa, thank you for the gifted. Thank you so much. Thank you for the 10 gifted. Mwah. Wallflower, thank you very much for the super. Now I only have one that I cherish, and that is you. It's a tremendous honor. I hope I am always deserving of it. Poppy, thank you for the super. I was there when peak happened. I'm so proud of you. Of course, happy Oshi Day. Thank you, Poppy. Thank you, Jenny Alex, for the super. I'm proud of you too. I love you. May, thank you for the super. Big heart for you. Trap, thank you very much. 2 years of peak. Diva, thank you very much for the super. Te amo, Miyoshi. Te amo, mi amor. Thank you very much for the super. Well, there we go. But yes, we had all of those things, and the future is bright. It wasn't my first feature film. We had another one that came shortly after Minotaur, which I was also immensely proud of. Two very different films, but companion pieces in a way, because shortly after The Demon Hunters came out, it was the first time anyone saw me this way, and it was an emotionally difficult time. I was unprepared for the response, and a lot of my memories and trauma from all of the different things that I had done that led to that moment meant that everything that happened after the film's release made me feel uneasy, and I didn't respond to the affection in quite the right way. Because of that, really, Minotaur was made in direct response to that unexpected reaction. I had always planned to do something different with my 3D debut, but that was something that truly belongs not just to me, but to you as well. I was inspired by the relationship between myself and my wonderful kindred, and if I was not your Oshi, then Minotaur would have looked very different, and it's unlikely that it would have had that name. Thank you very much, Tokito, for 50 goddamn gifted. That is massive. Thank you so much. Mwah. Thank you so much for always being here. So lovely seeing such a familiar name come back and give me so much support over time. I am always in your debt. CZH, thank you so much for the super. Shishe. Aini, thank you very much for the super. I'm glad I can help you feel relaxed. Was, thank you very much. Happy 2nd anniversary to the Demon Hunters, and thank you so much for being here. Blooming, thank you for the 20 gifted. Thank you ever so much. Mwah. Thank you. Miss Murder, thank you so much for the super. Thank you to the amazing film. It lives in the back of my brain, as it does in mine. I'm glad that you enjoyed the graphic novel as well. Didier, thank you very much. It's okay to have a blank mind. Mine is often very blank as well. I love you too. And Mire, thank you very much for the super. Thank you for creating such a remarkable film. Keep reading for you as my only Oshi. That's right, isn't it? But yes, it was an intense time. But you all proved to me over those months and over these years that have followed the film, just how effectively I manage to, how much easier it is to live my life if I do so forgiving myself. If I do so remembering that I am in fact loved, and that sometimes the things we do wrong, even if they can be as serious as what happened in the Demon Hunters and what continues to happen every once in a while in my real life, is that if we live life with pure hearts And if we genuinely try our best to grow each and every day, all of us are capable of being good. I'm taught that by all of you every single day, and I try my best to let it pierce through the veil of my mind as often as I can. It doesn't always work, but when it does, I feel a warmth I haven't felt in many centuries. So thank you. Nikoko, thank you for the super. Aini, thank you very much. Janice Wang, thank you for the super. I will. I love you so much. Thank you. Kikia, thank you so much for the super. I love you too. I love you too. So yeah, that's basically been that. We've already done significant behind the scenes stuff with the Demon Hungers. There are all sorts of little streams you can check out. I really enjoyed the wonderful behind the scenes stream we did where I showed you my very chaotic editing timeline. It was a absolute tragedy because I insisted, I guess because I'm more used to it, I insisted upon using Sony Vegas to edit the film, and towards the end, the software was struggling immensely. You know, it's very smooth and fun when you're doing, and you know, what worked about it for me was the fact that when you want to crossfade in a motion comic so that all of the words can show up in the right order and they can do so smoothly. But when I did so, you know, it's smooth to begin with, but then towards the end, every time you load in a new image, and there were thousands of PNGs. I need to go back and check this, because I've been looking through my old folders for it. I never deleted any of it, which may be why my computer is running out of space these days. Even though I have a C drive with like terabytes on it. Oh, it's on my E drive. My E drive has like, how much space does my E drive have? 10 terabytes, and I got 7 free. Yeah, I can keep those files. Bay, thank you for the super. Oh, fingerprints are all over the pages. That's so sweet. That's so sweet. Oh, and of course, even still, towards the end of the sales run for the graphic novel and the poster, staff gave yet another little sales campaign that a physical signature from me would go to 3 lucky winners. And I've seen a couple of them be posted. No, 10 terabytes, not almost full. That's my C drive is almost full, and that's only 1 terabyte. My E drive is fine. That's the one with 10, so don't worry. But the physical signatures, I've seen a couple of people get them so far, and it's amazing to see. One of them has some fingerprints on it. I don't think, I mean, maybe they are my fingerprints. So please don't identity thief me or try to clone me. Just take that as a little bit of a connection between you and I. You know, you've got my fingerprint. You and I have held physically the same poster. Isn't that so exciting? It's a little bit of a connection. It's very rare to have that. Yubeshi, thank you so much for the super. 今までもこれからもずっと大好き. Thank you very much for the super and for giving me a little hiragana reading exercise. 今までもずっとexcuse me, give me one moment. 今までもこれからもずっと大好き. Thank you very much for the super. Jai, thank you very much for the super. So it's the first time I'd seen someone tell their story in such an interesting and vulnerable way. Always in awe of your storytelling. Well, I'm glad that it left that impression on you. You see, my sort of inspiration for the Demon Hungers to begin with, it began life as a much smaller project. It began life as something I thought I could get done quite quickly because it's funny, not thinking about how long the story was getting, I thought that, you know, by telling the story in a simpler way with the artwork much like Milikas did for my debut video, and also the fact that most of the story takes place in one location, whether it's in Jiro's family, their home, or whether it's by the river, I figured it would, something in my filmmaker brain said, oh yeah, this would be sort of a smaller project to do, and I didn't realize how big it was getting. But as time went on, I was struck with this inspiration and this desire to make my there's a part of me that struggles to call it lore because I see so many talking about lore as something separate from themselves. It's sort of a story that some people create. But for me, this is just part of my life that I'm sharing. But to be truthful, I think it is funny to call one's own history their lore. So whatever, if that's what I'm going to call it, that's what I'm going to call it. I had this inspiration to think about how much more I wanted for people in the VTuber community to share their own lore, because at the end of the day, what separates us from those of the flesh, other than just looking the way we do? In the EN sphere, certainly, sometimes it can feel like there's not a lot. In terms of content, a lot of the time things can feel very similar. And that's why I think that what I wanted to do was to create a really fascinating project that sort of showed that this kind of stuff is important, and learning to share more of our real lives, more of what we have really been through, no matter how fantastical or ridiculous it might be, that is something worth celebrating and is worth taking seriously. The idea that there's no sort of human version of me to get to know that's hidden beneath the layers of demon on the outside. No. This is me. This is who I am. This is who I have always been. And the only version of me that you get to know is this. The true sense of it. Whether I'm playing video games and having fun, or whether I'm recounting tales from my past, this is me. And the Demon Hungers was my way of cementing that, and many of you have been so amazingly respectful of my desire to commit to that. And I hope that I can continue to impress you all and can continue to share stories as long as I can. And I hope in some way, maybe, that I might have inspired some other VTubers to try something similar. I would love to hear some stories if that's happened. But if it's not, I will keep trying, and one day there will be. Signor Cashew, thank you for the super. Happy second anniversary. Eagerly awaiting your future endeavors. As am I. As am I. The future is exciting. Me babe, thank you very much for the super. Happy second anniversary. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and thank you too. Mwah. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Murasaki, thank you very much for the super. I'm quite busy with work recently and can't watch your stream as often as I'd like. I love, but my fatigue vanishes. I love you so much, and I love you too. I'm glad I can help conquer that fatigue with you. Bluegrin, thank you for the super. You'll always be loved no matter how you look. Thank you for helping me to truly believe that. Mimi, thank you for the super. Can you make more movies, please? Thank you, love you, proud of you always. I definitely plan on it. I have plans to do all kinds of different things. Truthfully, at the moment, I have lots of projects in the works, lots of things that I want to do, and some of them will take a very long time, a very, very long time indeed, to be released, and are bigger in scope than the Demon Hungers was. But I think that what I want to say, you know, don't despair at the idea that things that are taking a very long time to do, and when I say a long time, I mean years probably. But if these things do come to fruition in the way that I want them to, that you should take as reassurance that I will, of course, be here until then, and hopefully long after. So don't worry about me going anywhere. I have far too many plans, that I'm far too excited for. And of course, I would hate to be without you, most importantly of all. Kendra, thank you for the super. Happy late Oshi Day and Demon Anniversary. Demon Goob. Don't you call me a goob. Thank you for releasing the Demon Hungers on my grandpa's birthday. Aww, I'm glad I could make it special for you. Thank you for always being here. Clover, thank you for the Aku super. Excited for what's coming next. Me too. Me too. Lots of plans. Lots of plans. ZKK, thank you so much for the super. Won't be here continuing to draw and study without you. Thank you for all the kind words, my king. Your art is brilliant. I love seeing it on the TL. No matter how grim or sort of dark or violent it gets, it's really fascinating to me, and you managed to make me look very sexy while also being very evil, which is pretty cool. I love it. So keep drawing. If you get the time, please keep drawing. Your gift is too good not to share with the world. Saisei Seki, thank you for the super. Can't thank you enough for being so inspiring. And thank you for inspiring me in return. Love you too. Thank you for the adorable sticker from Kakaru. Thank you very much for the little heart there. Ryohei Toki, thank you very much for the super. Happy 2nd anniversary and happy Oshi Day. Your work and kindness always inspires me. Thank you for everything. Aishiteru yo. Thank you for the super. May Grace, thank you for the Aku super. First Akka super. Yesterday was my birthday. Well, happy birthday for yesterday. 4th birthday with you, and luckily, the day is also the 2nd anniversary of the Demon Hungers. I'm really happy that I've grown again this year right here. Thank you for staying with me. Happy 2nd anniversary of the Demon Hungers. I can't tell you how much I love you, and I wish I could tell you how much I love you. Thank you for the Aku super, and for all of your support over these years. It's wonderful to see. Thank you. Tosakanai, thank you for the super. Aini, thank you very much. Asaki, thank you very much. I wish I could read that. I'm not so good at kanji. Thank you very much. So cute. I love you. Shishini. I recognize that at the end. Swing, thank you for the super. It's a special day to celebrate, and it's also a normal day of being with you. Thank you, Swing. Love you as always. And you. Lunaria, thank you for the super. Love you. Aini, and you're my Kamiyoshi. Thank you so much. Whoa! I'm calm. I'm calm. I spilt some water on my bloody keyboard, but I'm fine. Hold on. Ugh. There we go. Just put some kitchen towel on there. You see, I've got kitchen towel just at my desk because I'm so bloody clumsy. Especially when I get to this size. It is quite ridiculous. This keyboard's been through a lot. This keyboard has had a lot spilled on it. You know what's crazy is there are so many moments that could go awry due to stuff like that, but it's all the big moments that don't. It's always the big moments that fate seems to ensure will work out right for you. I could have spilt my water all over my keyboard during VCraft when I was having a big moment as Vitruvius, but I never did. And that's always something to be thankful for. Yui, thank you for the Aku Super. Thank you for telling your story in this way. I remember how moved I was when I saw it back then, and it was wonderful. No matter what you look like, whether it's the big guy you are right now, your smaller self, or Akunya, love you all the same. I'm so glad that you're always here. It's wonderful to see you again, and I love you too, of course. Mwah! Thank you very much for the Aku Super. I think all the time about big moments that have happened live, whether spontaneous or planned, and the amount of things that could have gone wrong. One of my worst nightmares was something during the Demon Hungers premiere, or maybe during the Minotaur. It wasn't a premiere, it was streamed, but during that, YouTube could have just decided to crap out, because it does that sometimes. I was so worried that big moments would be lost to that, but it seems that everything in large part has just kind of worked for the most part. Everything just kind of works, and I take that as fate. I take that as life just sort of locking in and making sure that things happen in the right way, and if accidents happen, I think they tend to be for a reason too. It reminds me, strangely, I'm suddenly thinking about the experience of editing Minotaur, my 3D debut, because staff normally will do all of the back-end work for your 3D for you. All of the work that you have to do is basically just planning it out, letting them know in good time what it is you'd like to do. You can write a script if you want, or you can just kind of come up with like, oh, I would like to do this, can we get these guests, and so on. So, yeah. But for me, I said, well, I'm very particular about how I want mine to turn out, so can you give me the files and I'll edit them. And they said, well, yeah, that saves us a lot of time and resources and stuff. So I got to it, and I remember chatting with Mane-san one day while we were recording for, I think, Luca's 3D. And Mane-san asked me, so how's the editing going? And I said, oh, I'm done. Amane-san was like, what? You're done? It's been like 2 weeks. You're done? I was like, yep. I was like, yeah, I'm done. And it was mad. Utter madness, because, like, for me, I was basically so passionate and so locked in that I was just sat there. I edited most of it on a laptop, and just, I remember one day, I had like half a konbini pork noodle for breakfast, and then I just locked in, and I was so locked in that I didn't stand up for like 10 hours, and I looked down at the end of the day after I'd finished the action scene where those guys broke into my room, and I finished editing that and started work on the scene from Inside a Demon Soul, and I realized that I had just been moving my mouse around the food the whole time. It had just been sat on my mouse pad, and I had just ignored it all day instead of taking 15 seconds to move it to the sink or to the bin and clearing it up. That's how locked in I was. But I guess it's also the fact that being so purposeful about what I wanted to do made it very easy to know what the right answers were and to sort of solve all the questions. And there was no sort of back and forth needed. I just got it done, and it was great. And it was really great. For your super disappears, Damien, thank you for the super. You are deserving of love. I'm sorry you're stuck in bed, but I'm glad that you feel like life is worth living, because it always is. Maria, thank you for the super. 1,300 days. Is it really been 1,300 days? Oh my god. 30. Wow. That is a lot of days. Look forward to see what other stories you have to tell us. Wow, 130. Jesus. That is a lot of days. Well, I'm glad you've been here for so long. Nila, thank you so much for the super. I'm glad that I can make you happy. Masato, thank you for the super. Looking forward to the future. As am I. Thank you. Nella, thank you for 5 gifted. Thank you so much. God damn. Sassy Simone, thank you for the super. I love you too. Mega Jumbo Cupcake. Oh, that's pretty cool. Wendy, thank you for the super. Thank you for your hard work, your genuine sincerity. Most importantly, thank you for your existence. I'm afraid I can't read that, but I see the one at the... I think that's Ni at the end. Maybe. I'm not sure. I can't read these. I'm so sorry, but I'm sure that what you're saying is lovely. Cerelia, thank you for the super. 3rd birthday yesterday. Wow, a lot of birthdays yesterday. I'm so happy that I get to see you achieve more. While I do too, your presence comforts me and makes me not want to give up. I have something to look forward to every day. Cerelia, you sweet thing. Thank you, thank you. Ka, thank you for the super. Glad to have experienced your story. Te amo muito, mina gatina. Zin, thank you for the super. Mock-up tickets. I've seen them. They're so nice. They're so nice looking. It makes it feel so real and so cool. It's insane. Cerulia, thank you for the Aku super. You've made me feel comfortable in expressing love and emotions to you, to people I value, and to myself. And that, I think, is important growth for me. I feel incredibly lucky and proud to be your kindred. And I love you too, and I am so proud to be your milord. Thank you, seriously, for the Aku super. Thank you for supporting me. Grandpa Sugar, thank you for the super. Got promoted in November. Well done. Presence has been supporting me since I came out of society. Job is finally stable. Thank you for being so enthusiastic about growing. No worries about the translation. It came through just fine. I'm very proud of you, and congratulations on getting a stable job. Really, really proud of you for that. In this economy, well done. That's a tall order. Aki, thank you for the super. I miss you too. I miss you too. It's lovely to see you again. Celia, thank you for the super. I'm going to attack you with kisses. Oh my god, no. Oh my god. Thank you very much. Worried, thank you for the super. We admire your passion beyond all words. Thank you for sharing such a big part of your life with us. Thank you. And I hope I can continue to do so. Suika, thank you for the Aku super. I love all versions of you because it's you that I love. Wa aini. Wa aini. Xie. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. I was thinking about this right before I started stream. In my life, there have been many times where things got so bad I thought that I would never have another good day ever again. I thought that when I lay out in the snow after all the events of the Demon Hungers transpired. I've thought that many times every year throughout my whole life, and I've been around for a lot of years, and I've thought that many times even over the last 4 years. Even still, I've sometimes thought, well, maybe now I don't get to have good days anymore, but consistently you and really life itself have proven me wrong at every turn. They always say that your best days are yet to come, but it's true. And if anything, I want to remind you that I have been alive for so long. I have had so many days. I have been through so many different days, and I am still having best days of my life still. They are still coming. I've had multiple best days of my life, ones I will look back on for the rest of my life, this year. And this year is less than 1/4% of the time that I've been alive. So you can only imagine just how many great days that you will have. Sometimes it can feel really hard. Sometimes it can feel unbelievably hard to keep moving forward. But you must understand that the best days that you've had so far, all the days you look back on, there will be more like it. There always will be. Because there would have been a version of you before you had those great days who also doubted if you would ever have a good day again. And yet you did. And so you will. All we can do, no matter what happens, is continue moving forward. Find your footing and move forward. When 2 years ago, I felt, after what happened outside my apartment transformed me in front of you for the first time, I truly felt that I would never have another good day again. I was mortified to think of how you would all view me differently. And yet I also wanted to be viewed differently in a way that I wasn't. It felt strange and terrifying, and I was guilty, and I grieved, and I was angry, but still, I decided to keep moving. No matter how much I considered letting it all go, I still found my footing, and I moved forward. And that is what I will do every day, and that is what I want you to do every day. Find your footing, no matter where it is, even if you feel like you're drowning in the middle of the ocean. If you plant your feet firmly, they will reach solid ground. And while it may take some time, there will be a step to take, and you must take it. Take steps forward, always. And together, we will march on to new days, better days, no matter what has come before or what will come next. We accept that our best days lie ahead, not behind. The best days from behind us simply give us an idea of how much we have to look forward to. And if we all march together, we will be an army. And when we march together, I want to ask a question. When we march together, we need to do so as one. What will we be? What do I always say? Above all else, no matter who you're talking to, be what? What will we be? You're damn right we're going to be kind. Above all else, we will be kind. Sometimes I get messages, Streamlabs, that kind of thing, from some wonderful kindred. And some will say, I'm so grateful that you allow me to be a part of, they'll say, I can't draw, I can't write, I barely speak English, all of these things, to run themselves down and say, why do you allow a useless person like me to be your kindred? And it breaks my heart, because the only requirement to be my kindred is to be kind. If you are kind without fault to everyone, no matter how much they may put you through, the good that you will put into the world is simply, you could never imagine the ways that you will change people. It doesn't matter if you have been in this, if you have watched my stream every day since debut and never spoken a word in chat, if I've got no idea what your name is, if you don't even speak a word of English, if you never understand a word I say, but you're always here because you just like the sound of my voice, you like the way my face looks or any of that, all I need to know is that you are kind and you can have whatever you want from me. That is all. That is all. Thank you very much, Akira, for the super. No worries. I'm glad you've been taking your time and moving on and being busy with life. I love you too. Pei-chan, thank you for the Aku super. Love you, big guy. I love you too. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mwah. Thank you for always being here and supporting me, always making me feel so safe. Thank you. Aki, thank you for the super. You're an inspiration to me too. It's wonderful to see you again. Chat, thank you for the super. Such a masterpiece for various reasons, from the story all the way to the score. I will. I promise, I will. Lily, thank you for the super. I love you too. I love you too. But of course, that is true. Being kind, no matter who you're dealing with, includes being kind to yourself. And I think that striking a balance when being kind to yourself is very hard. What I often think, and what helps me, and I'll share this with all of you, is that I accept the ways in which I struggle. I do. I accept in many ways that I will always have a difficulty with certain things. I am extremely forgetful. I am clumsy. I have the worst sense of time management of any person I have ever met. I am constantly late. Even though I try very hard to be on time, I am always late. And the thing about all of that, and there's also there's other stuff, you know. I am forever available yet not available. I will say yes to every possible opportunity, but won't actually think about whether or not I can even do them. And this leads me to disappointing people a lot of the time. I feel a sense of panic and fear if I think about the idea of, oh, maybe I should do what this person says, because if they're upset with me, then, oh, I don't know what's going to happen. And I can get really scared and I can make a lot of mistakes for that reason. But the thing is that I've lived long enough now and been encouraged enough by all of you to accept that is a part of my DNA. Deeply implanted in my mind are these preconceptions and these ideas that will forever be with me. And that's just how these things work sometimes. There are things about you there's a lot about you can change, but there's some you can't. However, all of that can sometimes lead to a barrage of excuses. I sometimes will be struggling to work and I'll be telling myself it's okay because of this, it's okay because of that, but that's not the same. That's not the same. You can be kind to yourself and you can give yourself clemency and space to have the time necessary to heal and to take the time to get things right in a way that you feel like you need. But you need to recognize when these things become excuses. You can recognize the reasons for why you make mistakes, but you cannot continue to make excuses for yourself, because, like we say, if you find your footing and you keep walking, then you will find your next best day. But if you find your footing in your excuses and you don't walk anywhere, well, your best days may pass you by. And I've been worried about that for a long time. Sometimes it can feel really difficult to truly stand up and get started on the things that I know will move me forward through my life. But I must grow. Every one of us has a path. Every one of us has something that we must do. I know that you do, and I know that I do, and anyone who acts as though they've got it all figured out is lying, because I've had a lot of time, more time than really anyone, to get all my shit figured out, and I'm still, I feel, very much near the starting line. There was this thing I saw where it's like, to some people, and I know that this is sort of talking more about my own experience, but sometimes the idea of, to some people, being a public figure or being famous is like you're, in an overdramatic sense, it's like you're at war, but you have to be smiling the whole time. So you know, it's nowhere near as dramatic. I'm a Minecraft YouTuber. I do not, going to war like that is a silly analogy, but, you know, if, for the benefit of the doubt, just imagine it that way. You know, I'm running around, and then I look over and I see something explode, and I just got to be like... It's a tough thing, and it can be really difficult sometimes, but if we learn to keep moving, and if we learn how to keep smiling, and learn the ways in which we can... make ourselves smile, then it's really pretty good. Honestly, I'm still very happy with everything. There's not a lot that I regret at all. I regret... What do I regret? Let me think of something that I definitely would have done differently. If there's like a definite example... I regret not being able to finish Jump King in the first session, or in the one big one, because then when I came back the next day and I finished it within like an hour, it felt a lot less climactic than it would have done if I had been able to finish it. And I regret that. But that's like 3 years ago now, so there's no real point. There's no real point in getting hung up over it. But it is a bit funny. It is kind of funny. I gotta check. We got so many super today. You're all being very lovely to me. It's somehow always forever surprising to me. What the fuck? Oh, please tell me. Please tell me. Please. Okay, no, it's fine. I was worried that the water on my keyboard started fucking it up. And the chat wasn't working, but it's fine. Sanyi, thank you so much for the super. Glad I can bring you joyful memories. I love you, baby. I'm glad I get to be your only Oshi. It's a rare honor. Glad you're okay with me being a little jealous and letting me keep you all to myself. Soa, thank you so much for the Aku Super. I love the stories in the universe you make. I love your past, now, and future. Let me be by your side. I love you so, so much. Aishitemasu. Thank you very much for the Aku Super, and I will happily have you by my side for as long as you'll be here. Miyanya, thank you for the Aku Super. Congratulations, and thank you for sharing your story and art with us. Thank you for giving me the honor of sharing that art with you. And Yancy, thank you for the super. What I need, thank you very much. Ru, thank you very much for the super. Nchu, thank you very much. Modern British history, that's a bold subject. I hope you've been enjoying it. Yeah, English is tough, but it's exciting to hear about. Taco, thank you for 10 gifted. Thank you so much. How long will I keep that? Oh, I forgot about the poll. I want you to Pokemon go to the polls. Yeah, I'll leave it open. Wallflower, thank you for the super. Your imperfections are what I love about you. It's relatable. We all struggle, but kindness still shines, and you have a lot of it. As do you. You never fail to bring a smile to my face. I hope I can make you smile for many years to come. Thank you. Rinaria, thank you for the Aku Super. Thank you for sharing your stories. Zutto daisuki desu. Thank you very much for the super. Sio Ai, thank you so much for the super. Best demon in the world. Love you so much. I love you too. Thank you. And Cleon, thank you for the super. I'm sure I will. While you're all here, I will forever have an outlet, and I look forward to always getting to share it with you. Online, thank you very much for the 45 months. And Rin, thank you for the Aku Super. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody. It's November 5th. You know what that means? You know what that means, everybody? It's fucking Christmas They got to thaw Mariah Carey out. They never had to thaw me out. I've been here jolly maxing since the beginning. November 5th rolls around. Hey guys, remember, the 5th of November today in the UK is actually a very special day. It is, of course, at least I'm pretty damn sure it is, unless they've changed it. But why would they have changed it? Oh no, my keyboard is getting a little fucked up. Yeah, of course it's November 5th. I don't know why I felt the need to check that. I don't know why I felt that... It is Bonfire Night. It is Guy Fawkes Night. I'll tell you all about this. I'm quickly going to get through the supers. Rin, thank you for the Aku super. Merry Christmas. Ume Mizu, thank you for the super. Itsumo arigato. I love you too. Mwah. Cindy, thank you for the super. Shaha or Dashang, love you all the same. Thank you so much. Sheshie, Wuaini, thank you very much, Cindy, for the super. And Blue, thank you very much for the super. Mwah. So happy to be here. And I'm happy you're here too. But yeah, Guy Fawkes Night is a holiday in the UK where everybody lights bonfires and erects these things called guys, because Guy Fawkes was a man. It was the Great Gunpowder Plot, and he planned to blow up. I believe, was it the Houses of Parliament or was it the Tower of London? What did Guy Fawkes? I don't know why I'm having to look this up. I'm getting it mixed up. The Gunpowder Plot of 1605. Yeah, blowing up the I thought it was that. I thought it was the House of Parliament. He planned to assassinate the king by blowing up the Houses of Parliament. But he was foiled in that plan. And so, every year on November 5th, the anniversary of that event, we will put up bonfires with an effigy, a sort of a made of hay and old sacks and clothes. We'll put up a guy on the bonfire to celebrate the way in which he was executed, because he was burned alive. And children get really excited about Guy Fawkes Night because they get to run around and see fireworks and play with sparklers, and it's a celebration of a time that we burned a man to death. And it's fucking awesome, and I love Guy Fawkes Night. It's a classic holiday, and Guy Fawkes Night a while ago, some decades ago, on Guy Fawkes Night, some really dramatic shit happened to me, but I'm not going to tell you about that until another time. Mufang, thank you so much for the super. I miss you too. Hope you have a happy day. I'm having a wonderful day. Thank you so much for checking on me. It's lovely to see you again. Wrench, thank you for the super. Wonderful to witness all of this. I'll continue to support my lord and will always follow you. I'll follow you too. Thank you so much for the super. Kylie Vashai, thank you so much for the super. I'm glad that I can spark a little fire in you. I'll always be forever grateful. Cloud9, thank you for the super. Me and the girls celebrating down the pub tonight. I sadly will be alone, as per fucking usual. Because if I went out tonight, they might try to burn me at the stake. I have to be very... Did they think you were Guy Fawkes? No, not quite like that. It was more of a coincidence. More of a coincidence. Let's just say that many people saw something quite surprising while they were watching the fireworks that night. Tanis Wildheart, thank you for the super. Thank you for being my Kami Oshi. Love you so much. I love you too. Thank you ever so much. Shiu, thank you for the super. So lucky to have you as my Oshi. I'll keep cheering for all your future works. Love you so much. Zaktaka, thank you very much. Nola, thank you for the Aku super. I love you too. Wa'aini. Can you speak Chinese? Only a tiny bit. Wa'aini, xie. Gewoku zhao. And that's about it. Alexis, thank you for the super. Fun fact about Guy Fawkes, he was born in the city where you live. Oh, happy anniversary to the Demon Hungers. Born in your own city. I love you too. Very interesting. I remember when I was playing Infinity Nikki on Bilibili a few months ago. I tried to say xie to chat, but I accidentally said jeje, which made it sound like I believe that means like older sister. And chat were very excited, and they wanted me to keep saying that over and over again, which was very funny. It's always a funny thing. You're always gonna want the I don't know. There's a lot I don't understand about you all still. It's like I've only ever presented myself in, in this way, and yet still there's just this huge desire to have me be a teary-eyed little guy who just says "Jeje, jeje, jeje," and I know what I'm doing. Whatever, everyone's being kind to me. I'll be kind to you back. Namaria, thank you for the super. Finish writing chapter 1. Ooh, very good. I'm sure I will. Thank you for the super. Lays, thank you for the Aku super. Thank you for sharing such an impactful film. Demon Hunger's inspired tattoo has now become my daily reminder that strength comes in different forms. Yeah, it's a wonderful tattoo, and such an honor as well. Such an honor that you wear that. Based on something I've made. Really, really, just still surreal to me. Please continue sharing your passion and spreading kindness. I will. And I trust that all of you will do the same. Because your passion is just as valuable as mine. I know we're all here from a film that I wanted to make, but all of the passion that you have is just as important, and all of it deserves to be celebrated. Selena, thank you for the super. It's okay that you've been busy. I'm glad that you can be here. Don't worry. You're here right now. Cerulia, thank you for the super. When I do kind things, I would say that's because what I think you would do. But as I do more, I'm starting to see the good in me. I once believed that humans are born evil. You've changed me a lot. I see I have quite the opposite opinion. I think that all people are born good. And if anything, I would say that true evil is, as life goes on, I come to realize that true evil is incredibly rare. To find true evil is in thousands of people. Because even the people who do the worst things, most of them will be doing so because they genuinely believe that they are doing the right thing. And this is why I want all of you to practice kindness. It can be so easy to see an example of somebody acting in a way that we think is amoral or wrong, and to mock, ridicule, and that can be, that can be tempting, and it can feel good, to score a dunk like that. But if we lead by example, and if we allow people the opportunity to change, and if we are kind to everyone, regardless, I'm sure that we can change people. I'm sure that the people who maybe are victims of propaganda or misinformation, who might have the wrong idea but deep down have something good to share with the world, that maybe if instead of shutting them out, we try to change them, I think that the world will be a much nicer place. And that's why I want all of you to be as kind as you can. Evil does exist. Every once in a while there will be someone, whether they're a demon like me or whether they're a human being like you. You must be aware that sometimes it does exist. There are some people out there who will never be changed, but they are rarer than you think. Much rarer than you think. Chances are, if you meet someone on the street, they probably are, deep down, a good person. But be aware that it will never be worth truly sacrificing yourself for somebody else. Self-sacrifice is a bold thing, but your life is just as valuable as anyone else's. Okay? So while I want you to be kind, don't do so at such an incredible expense that it starts to take so much from you that you can't do it anymore. Be kind to others and be kind to yourself. All right? Coco Snow, thank you for the super. Flower on the howdy. The neat outfit you wore when you left, where was it from? Well, I see at the time, and culturally, peasants were very much honored always to be in the presence of a lord, and I was perceived anyway, given that I was at one point the lord of a castle. Jiro's family were honored always to have my company, and so if I needed clothing of any kind, if I needed anything, they would insist. To not accept it would be to reject that. Even after what happened between myself and that family, still they were bound by their sense of honor, which is something that I will never forget. Come on, let me click on it. Jiayu, thank you so much for the 5 gifted. Thank you very much. And thank you for the super. Thank you for everything. Waini, thank you very much for the super. Tender Dream, thank you for the Aku super. Happy 2-year anniversary to the Demon Hungers. I truly hope that your kind and gentle heart leads you to a wonderful, happy ending. Thank you. And may the happy endings be just another path to many more happy beginnings. Thank you so much for the Aku super. Lovely to see you as always. Gloves, thank you for the super. Takes more courage and strength to live for someone than to die for someone. It does. It does. To continue to live takes immense strength sometimes, but it is the most wonderful kindness that we can do to those around us and to ourselves. No matter how many times it may seem like the easy way out is just that, easier. You might be right in some cases, but to keep living is a tremendous honor, and to get to do so in such a wonderful world where evil may exist and where evil often does gain significant ground. Something I like to remember and to believe is that evil in some ways carries the seeds of its own destruction. A lot of the time, simply by virtue of continuing to be kind, we will watch as evil slowly ceases to exist. It will always exist, but in individual forms, it will become unstable and it may even defeat itself in many cases. It was like that somebody that I talked about, who I had a battle with when I transformed most recently. I told you a story about watching someone in fear as he died. Well, that was a very evil person, and ultimately they were their own downfall. Too prideful, and too, essentially, if they had even an ounce of humility or good in them, then I would never have been able to defeat them in the way that I did. So evil might feel very overwhelming at times, and it might feel like you and I, what on earth could we possibly do? Sometimes the best thing to do is to continue to be good and to continue to live. For good to live in the face of that is the greatest insult to any kind of evil institution I can think of. Stir Zero, thank you for the super. I love the way you share yourself and the things that you love. Thank you. I love you too. Don't worry about your English. I think it's wonderful. Sakura, thank you for the super. Good morning. Ohayo. Zaimasu. Yukikaze, thank you for the super. I'm glad that you want to see my creativity shine. Michiru Fuyo, thank you so much for the super. Thank you for creating such a masterpiece. You're my Kamiyoshi. I'm glad that I can bring you courage just by being myself. What an honor. Kat, thank you for the super. Almost always remember this motto. Lesai. We cringe on. We cringe on always. Life may be cringe, but yet cringe is free. Cringe is a matter purely of perspective. You may sometimes in life feel more cringe for things than you did before. I would suggest keep company that has you cringing at the least things. Find the people who cringe the least, and you will find the most to enjoy. So much that you may have overlooked may come around and may change your life. Chelling, thank you for the super. I love you too. Glad I can cheer you up a little. I'll tell you something else, guys. A long time ago, in a galaxy far, oh, far away, I at one point thought that VTubers were cringe. I did. And then I developed an interest, and now here I am, advocating for the power of this as a medium for artistic expression, and I could not be happier that I did. Open your hearts to all that you may have rejected, and you never know. You never know what might come into your life and surprise you. I am real quick going to go to the bathroom. I really need to take a leak, so I'm going to be right back. And I'm gonna hop off screen. Look at this. I love doing this. See you in just a minute, guys. Just a minute. Hello. I'm back. Did you miss me? scatter. No, no, don't scatter. Where do you think you're going? Love the idea that you're all chatting a load of shit and then you literally hear boom, 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 boom. Wolflad, thank you for the super. Oh, I love you too. Thank you for being you too. Hope that the kindred can keep giving you companionship for a long time. Should have taken us with... What? Why? Why? And how? Feasibly would I... What? Did you want me to, like, pull it out on my phone and keep chatting, being like, so, I'm using the bathroom right now. Like, what? Like, what? Do you think... Like, what do you think was gonna happen? What do you think was gonna happen? That you guys wanted to make out crazy mode, and that I'm gonna be just there on my phone being like, yep. While I just pee. And I'm like, okay. Do you, perhaps you... Piss color update? I've been drinking a lot of water. It is very clear, and very healthy. Very hydrated. I've been drinking lots of water. Very lively, thank you for the super. Held onto my heart for nearly 4 years. And I know I'll have it for many more, won't I? Hey, thank you for the super. Did you see the old school X chess collab? How is it? I've played a bit of it. I beat 3 of the bots. I beat the Goblin Generals, Vanica, and Bob the Cat, but I haven't beat Sliske yet. It's good. It's good. It's funny. Having, like, a web browser with the old school sound effects, man, them shits is really fucking loud. Especially the Bob the Cat sounds, like, wow. It's real fucking loud. Real loud. It's insane. But I still gotta beat... I mean, to be honest with you, I'm probably not gonna beat Sliske or the Wise Old Man. I could probably beat Sliske if I lock in, but the Wise Old Man has a rating of like 3,000 and something, which is higher than Magnus Carlsen, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that. I'll give it a try. But whenever they do those like seasonal chess bots, they always have one that's like nigh unbeatable. So, yeah. Ray, thank you for the Aku Super. Got my first ever paycheck. Just want to share the happiness because it means a lot. Struggling for years with study and now I feel like I'm finally moving forward. Thank you for giving me strength. Thank you so much for letting me know. It's always wonderful. You do a lot of really good work with clipping and translation. Even when you're busy, I'm sure that you're doing just as well with everything that real life asks of you. I know it can be hard, but it's really lovely to hear about all of your adventures. And I'm so happy that I could have given you a little bit of strength in that time. Because it is hard. Man, it gets hard sometimes, but that is the flavor. It's like Dolly Parton said, can't have the sunshine without a little rain. Misty, thank you. Please have a DreamWorks smirk. I love your smirk. It's so good. I feel like I'm watching the Bee movie. Thinking Bee, huh? Wow. Looks like all of you seem to really enjoy this movie I made. What does Barry Benson talk about in that movie? Hey. According to all known laws of aviation, there is no way that... How does it go? According to all known laws of aviation, there is no way that a bee should be able to fly. Its fat little body, its little wings are too small to get its fat body off the ground. The bee, of course, flies anyway, because bees don't care what humans think is impossible. Black, yellow, black, yellow, black, yellow, black, yellow, black, yellow. Oh, black and yellow. Let's shake it up a little. Hey, Barry, I got your report card. All bees. And that's about where my memory serves. Hey, you want to make like it's 2015 and quote the B-movie script with me? Thanks for the gold, kind stranger. You, sir, just won the internet. I want to see an edit of me with Leonardo DiCaprio, The Great Gatsby, where he's got the fucking martini glass. That's funny. That's funny. Foxy, thank you for the super. So blessed to be alive. Of course I do. Of course I do. Gotta be encouraging. Gotta be encouraging. I like seeing that shit. Hiraki, thank you so much for the super. The day I screened your wonderful work at the theatre and cheered it on with Kindred is one of the best memories of my life. Passion gives me the energy to go on. Daisuki, thank you so much. It's an honor to know that you put a screening on. I'm so grateful to everyone who did all the work to make that happen. It's unlike anything I could imagine. So thank you so much. Thank you seriously for making that happen. Jun Upa, thank you for the super. Thank you for creating such wonderful work. Thank you. I'll always be your one and only milord. Akio, thank you for the super. I finished my degree this year. Oh, well, good luck. Still working hard on my thesis. Yeah, I mean, if it makes you feel any better, I didn't finish my degree. I never finished my degree. I was studying film, but then NIJISANJI happened, and I think dropping out was the best decision I could have ever possibly made, because I can't imagine having done less at that time when I was so excited about this and walking away with a film degree. I mean, it was a wonderful time. I learned a lot, but like that piece of paper is not going to do shit for me in life. This has done everything for me, and hopefully I get a chance to do everything for you too. Would you be willing to say my name? Unfortunately, I cannot read it, for I am a stupid foreigner. I am so sorry, but thank you very much for the super. Kiss, kiss. Jin, Jin, what I need. So, come here often? Yeah, I know you do. I know you do. Time to drop out. No, 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 no. Only follow in my example if you know it's the right thing to do for you. Many degrees that you may be getting are probably a lot more useful in life than a film degree. A film degree, I enjoyed doing it and I learned a lot, but the degree itself is not going to open any doors for you. If you're getting like an engineering degree or something, you should probably keep doing that if you plan on being an engineer, because I think that the degree is a lot more helpful in getting a job. You know, if you're in any kind of specialism, maths, any science, there's a lot of degrees that do a lot. So, you know, best of luck to all the chemical engineers out there. I don't know what on earth that is or how you do it, but hey, you're doing whatever it is you're doing, you're certainly doing it. Any kindred in STEM. Kindred in STEM, you're probably way smarter than I am. And that should make you feel strong enough to finish your degree. When am I ever going to use calculus? I don't know, you never know. Generally speaking, I think the question is asked, when I was substitute teaching for a while, whenever you have to cover a maths class, all the kids are asking, oh, but we're never going to use this. I remember a kid from Yorkshire who was like, it was like, right, when I get out of here and I'm in the army, when am I going to use trigonometry? And I was like, well, snipers use trigonometry, right? And he was like, oh. And I don't know if he did end up joining the army in the end. I hope he didn't. Hitomi, thank you for the super. Still remember being sat in the cafe last year, meeting some lovely kindred for the first time. Thank you for being my kamiyoshi. Of course. What a wonderful experience. So, I hope you're having a wonderful holiday, though, and it's really, really nice to see you. I'm so glad you enjoy it. There's also, like when you're doing maths, just generally speaking, your brain does, the more maths you do, your brain does get a bit sharper, and maths, you will just wind up doing a little bit of it here and there. The big thing with maths, right, is that you will inevitably wind up needing to consider your finances. You know, that's kind of the big one, is that being able to manage a budget sheet. I guess maybe it would be nice if schools did more of that, but I think they do. You know, you don't need to be calculating the area of shapes and stuff like that, but it's just random little ways in which you may use it in the future. I personally, I don't know. I have enjoyed my time with maths. I'm not very good at it, but when I have needed, because for some qualifications, you in the UK, for example, you do need to do a basic maths qualification. So I have done a little bit of it, and I always struggled, but I had fun when I did like the little exam I had to do to get my little diploma for that. I did enjoy it when I was solving. I like statistics, and I like shapes. Like sort of it's the problem solving, right? It's when you see the shapes, it's like, how do you get enough? How does Tim get how many planks of wood does Tim need to fill in this deck? And so you calculate the area and you figure out all of that, and then you and it's fun. It's fun. You know, that's just problem solving. I like statistics because, I don't know, I like plotting graphs. Something about plotting graphs feels fun to me. It's like you see the data and you're like, okay, we put a point here, and then you put a big line through it, and ooh, look at this. Ooh, probabilities. Ooh. Ichiko, thank you so much for the super. I'm so glad. I love you too. I love you too. And don't worry. I have lots of happiness spilling from those sturdy arms. I do. But you know what's not going to be spilling from my sturdy arms is you. I'm going to pick you up in my sturdy arms, and I'm going to take off, and we will fly very, very far, as far as you want to go, and I will not let you go. Trap, thank you for the super. My answer was always that maths itself won't directly help. The skills you get is what stays with you. This is true. This is true. It's like, you never know. You never know when you might be trying to do a garden project and you need to use maths to figure out how many of a certain thing you need. You never know when you're going to be doing your budget sheet. You never know when, God forbid, you need to get a mortgage and then you got to figure out your APR. And it's like, maths will certainly help. You know, you might not have to do it yourself. You might have an accountant help you, but it will certainly help if you understand what it is you're signing up for. Because in the housing market in this day and age, you need all the help you can get. I pray to all that is good in this world, that the median home buyer age goes down from fucking 58. I pray that more young people be able to afford their own homes, because owning something in this world is the best way to protect yourself from people who would seek to do you harm. But yeah, no, it's a terrible thing, isn't it? It's a terrible thing. So work hard and do good, and you never know how thing might change. Yukiji, thank you for the super. Johnny has 90 bottles of dish soap, and why does he have so many bottles? Now, this is a good question. When we raided Johnny's mansion, we found 90 bottles of dish soap. I don't know. Yeah, mind your own business. He can have all that dish soap for any reason. I guess bro just loves doing the dishes. Kendra, thank you for the super. Isn't D&D an example of why statistics is important and plotting graphs to make dungeons and yeah, you never know. Also, math. D&D is full of maths. D&D is full of maths. God, water is the best thing ever, innit? Connie, thank you for the Aku Super. Also, your 2nd anniversary for holding a watch-along project. So happy that I braced up to do it. Every single kindred needs to see your big booba. I mean, your gorgeous face. I know I'm not often here recently, but you're my cameo as usual. I know. And thank you for the Aku Super, and thank you so much for putting together the watch-along project. It's a wonderful thing, and I'm really glad that you got to put that on, because that is, still such a huge dream of mine, and you made it come true in a way. So thank you, seriously. Lara, thank you for the super. I love you too. It's been a crazy week. I love you too. I love you too. And yes, The funny thing that a lot of people, maybe I didn't make it clear enough, but it was all an accident, is that the reason why when on the truth stream that I did right after the Demon Hungers, the reason why the first time you saw me in this new body, it was aimed right at my chest, like this. It was because the camera from when I'd been streaming before was aimed lower and I had become taller. I'd become taller, so that's, you know, I was like, oh shit, and then I had to adjust it. And, you know, I think a lot of people just thought that I was like, check out my boobs, but really it was just a pure accident, you know? But kind of iconic now that I look back on it. Can you stay like this? Oh, stay there? Okay. Is that good? What were you trying to see? What were you trying to see? You're trying to see something. Is this... Do you need this for your studies at all? Two buttons. Beep 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 beep. Don't you press my buttons. See the details of the tattoo? Yes, of course. Of course, of course, of course. And what are you doing? Huh? I best not catch you misbehaving now. This is exactly what it looks like when I walk through a door. I'm gonna be like, oh shit. Can I have one of the buttons? I've only got 2. Ah! Where'd I go? What the fuck? Where am I? Help! Help me! Where'd I go? Whoa, there I am. What the fuck happened? That's it. That's it. If you stare too long, the closer you look, the less you'll see. In this case, you look so close, and I disappear completely. So, be very careful. Be careful. You never know what may happen. You never know who may disappear. But I won't. I will never disappear. I am here forever. They've tried to kill me before and they failed. The scream almost broke through the roof of the cinema when I played The Truth on the big screen. What a memory. Connie, thank you for the super. I have seen the clips. I have seen the clips on Twitter and I was so like, even then when I was so worried, seeing the reaction was crazy. Absolutely crazy. Your people are so needy. People are so needy and selfish. All you want is just to get up close and personal. Isn't that right? Is this what you want? Huh? Is this really all that matters to you? Well, that's okay, because I forgive you. I understand. This is my life, and I have learned to accept that this is what you want from me. Then I suppose I am willing and happy to give it to you. I suppose I did make you this way, didn't I? Well, all right. Needs? You don't need this. You don't need this at all. This is a want. You want, and that's all. But that's okay. Raven, thank you for the super. But if you return to the smaller form and the camera is high up, it will be inconvenient. Propose that we prepare for that and keep it low. Not that I am attracted... Oh, that's a good idea. You never know when I might suddenly transform back, and that way I might just be down there. Okay, so I should adjust it low. Hang on. I should adjust it nice and low down to make sure that nothing goes wrong. And wait a minute. Wait a minute. I see what you're doing. I see exactly what you're doing. Don't think I don't know. Don't think I don't know. You and your dastardly plans. Making me think that you were thinking about me for what? No. You weren't thinking about me. You were just thinking about them. Ugh. Gross. Fell for it again or what? Now, mods, ban that person for 10,000 years. Snotaku, thank you for the super. I'll come back down. Much love to you too. And Odessa, thank you for the super. Heart matters too. I suppose it does. It's far too late for you to scatter now. I've already seen and downloaded the names of everyone who said something even slightly embarrassing. I'll be posting it all on my... I have a Google Drive with the names of everyone who's been weird, and I will be calling you all out. Ruben Arosa, thank you for the super. It's been a while since I saw one of your streams. What's new? Well, I grew big again because a guy hid inside my I mean, I don't vape, but I did one time because I was really stressed, and then there was a guy in liquid form hidden inside, and he tried to kill me, but then I killed him back, and now I'm big because that's how it works. So it's gonna be like this for a little while, but otherwise, you know, it's been fun. Wolflat, thank you for the super. Thank you. That's okay. You can like me for my appearance too. Oh no, you find me super attractive and pretty. No, I'm quite happy. I'm quite pleased. I'm quite pleased to know that. The prettiest ever. Really? Wow. Prettiest ever. More than People Magazine's Sexiest Man Alive 2025 Jonathan Bailey. Who I personally would also have voted for. Who I also would have voted for. Even more than him? Well, that is really, really kind of you to say. But I do have to say, I'm very glad that Jonathan Bailey got the thing, because I do think he's very beautiful. Definitely one of the first men that I felt I was like, that I saw on TV, and I was like, wait a minute. You know, after obviously Matthew McFadden as Mr. Darcy, where I was finally like, oh my god, I do like men. And even better to know that even better to know that he's the first, I mean, it's a shame that it's taken this long, but the first openly gay man to win the title. I mean, that's pretty exciting. And I just know that his Instagram comments will be filled with a load of middle-aged women saying, oh, what a waste. Oh. But that's alright, because he's sexy. He's the sexiest man alive. And I'm very happy that an openly gay man gets the title. Because I mean, I think those are the people who are reading People Magazine for the sexiest man alive. It tends to be sort of women from, you know, like maybe 35 onward, who are all. I guess that's why there's a sort of a certain profile as they target a certain demographic. Maybe those are the maybe they're the ones who are deciding who wins. Not there's anything wrong with that, of course. As is my catchphrase. Seems so many women just happy he won. I think that's what I'm implying. I'm not saying that they genuinely think it was a waste. I'm saying that they're like, oh, he's so handsome. He's so handsome. Why did he have to be gay? I love him so much. But of course, they're only saying that in a coy way, in like a fun way. I'm sure that, you know, if anyone's being homophobic, then that's super weird, as though I would ever need to clarify that. Taya, thank you for the super. Happy 2 years. Pretty new to your streams and usually can only catch your VODs. Admire my VA skills. I'm glad you think so. Oh, thank you so much. That's really sweet. Does not feel in target audience of people. Well, fair enough. Everybody's different, eh? But you know what's funny about it, actually? I was just thinking this. The cover of it, his People magazine cover with him coming out of the water, something about the way the water is splashing, it looks like... He kind of looks like he's doing the David Hasselhoff from the SpongeBob movie. Like, something about the blur around the edges makes it look like he's coming towards you really fast. And the way he you can't see below the chest level, it really makes me think that he's skimming across the top of the water like David Hasselhoff from the final act of the SpongeBob movie. And I, you know, someone, don't take me to be belittling or looking down on anyone who's 35 or up. I'm just sort of making a generalization. That doesn't mean that there's anything wrong. The tragedy of me being someone who finds older women incredibly attractive, but there's no such thing as an older woman, because I'm older than all of them. There's a great joke from What We Do in the Shadows, the Taika Waititi film, where he's like a vampire who's about as old as me. He's like 400 and something. And at the end of it, he winds up dating like a grandma. She's like 90 something. And he looks so much younger than her, but they're happy together, right? And he says, yeah, you know, it's like a lot. How does he talk in that film? I can usually do the New Zealand accent quite well, but I think Taika Waititi is, I think whatever voice he did for that film, I can't quite remember it. A lot of people are going to say, we, you know, cradle snatcher, but, you know, it's only a 300-year age difference. We're old and mature enough. As though he's the cradle snatcher for this, like, 95-year-old woman. It's quite sweet, honestly. But yeah, don't worry. Don't worry. It does make me sad. I know some women who are like, I don't know, really, and I don't blame them, given like the marketing and stuff, just really worried about aging. And it makes me so sad, you know? It makes me so sad to think about in my life how I've had so much opportunity and I'm still, you know, complimented so thoroughly at my old age. It makes me so sad because I think that, you know, there's so much beauty when we get older. There's so much to love about someone who's older, and so much of it I think comes from, you know, all of the marketing for a lot of women's beauty products tends to focus on anti-aging. I've had you know, people say that they were like spoken to about, oh, you're going to consider starting on anti-aging stuff when they were like in their early 20s. It's crazy how, like, you know, as a woman, you're expected to worry about that kind of thing from when you're so young. The idea that aging is something you should run away from, but it's inevitable. We you know, not me, but you all will all get old, and I don't think that you should feel afraid of that. I hate so much. It's so common on the internet at the moment, and it is so harmful and so mean-spirited, and you can tell it's made by the worst people. But all those memes have been going around recently about like, you know, oh, I want to find a girlfriend who's, quote, past her prime. God. If you're thinking that way, you are past your prime and you're never getting back into it. It left you behind the moment you were born. So gross, so ugh. It's like the idea that wants a woman is like, you know, and I've mentioned this before as well. I can't stand. I don't know, if women want to use it in this way, then whatever. I don't, you know, as a man, I don't get to say whatever it is about that. I don't get to say anything, but like, the idea that anyone who's like, you know, anyone who's 30 or older, even like in their late 20s, you know, calling someone a hag, I do not care for that word. I can't get past, you know, if you as a woman want to call yourself that, sure, I can't tell you not to, but something about that just doesn't sit right with me. I don't know. It just seems so like based on the idea that like, you know, that like a woman's identity and how attractive she is fundamentally changes as she ages. You know, a hag, it's such an ugly word, and I think even if you're like a grandma, if you're like 80 plus, I would never call you a hag. You know, the idea of calling any woman in my life a hag makes me feel like I should be shot. It to me, it just feels like chronically online lingo that I think has become way too accepted. Again, if as a woman you like calling yourself that, you can do whatever you like. I'm mostly just the culture itself. I just find, I think it's nasty. You know, older GF born between 98 and 01. Like, what the fuck are you trying to do? Do you genuinely think that you're old, like older, when you're in your like mid to late 20s? No, like life is barely beginning. Life is barely beginning in your 30s. Life is, you know, most like really, if we're talking about it, you're not, you're middle-aged. You're middle-aged at like 50. Right? Middle-aged is 50. Really, in the grand scheme of things, you're young until you're, you know, I'd say by the time you're 40, you're grown, you know. I don't know. It's probably because most of the people online are young. Most people online are fucking teenagers who are just throwing this out, who feel like they've got all the time in the world, because obviously time passes slower when you're younger. But then suddenly the years will start slipping away, and all that abuse they've hurled at women who are just calmly being 30, you know, suddenly it's all going to come back, and when they turn 30, they'll be like, what's happening to me? The answer is nothing. You're still young. There's still so much more to do in this life. And if you act like you're, you know, like people who reach that age of totally past their prime and will never get to enjoy, you know, the beauty of a young life, you're just insane. You're just insane. So if any of you, no matter what age you are, imagine me making fun of you for being older when I'm as old as I am, right? I'm a fossil compared to all of you, and I'm telling you that no matter how old you are, if you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, I don't care. No matter how old you are, you can still have fun, and there is still so much life that you can experience, and there is so much love left to find, and there will always be someone who thinks you're hot as shit. No matter how old you get, people will always find you attractive. I swear to God. Do not worry. Please do not worry. Live the best life you can regardless. Yeah, I just felt like I need to get. I don't know. I get mad about things sometimes. Misty, thank you for the super. Can you ask Shaq O'Neal for his wardrobe to borrow a suit? Oh man, can you imagine me wearing a full suit in this body? I would, man, that would look crazy. That'd be so crazy. It would wind up being so tight. Like regardless. Satsuki, thank you for 5 gifted. Thank you so much. Miss Murder, thank you for the super. No one gets my age right. Still get ID'd, and some people think I'm 35. That's how it is. That's how it is. I mean, if you think about it, you imagine me. It doesn't happen much, but I still get ID'd sometimes when I'm trying to buy booze, and I think, well, hang on a minute. It's a crazy thing. It's a crazy thing. But it's nice to take it as a compliment. Wallflower. What the fuck? It's crazy. That's crazy. Miss Murder, thank you for the super as well. Imagine me in a suit just in my normal body. Yeah, the same outfit you saw me wear for like almost 2 years straight. Never changed a single time. Hey, if the suit fits, say that again. If the boot fits. Winter, thank you for the super. I've had guys 19 or 20 try to date me. I had to explain to them I was 27. The look on their faces was so funny. Yeah, it's a strange thing. It's a strange thing. It's also because, I don't know, I mean, some people look young, some people look old. You just, I don't know, just don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. You'll find the right people. You know, the only thing stopping you will be fretting about it. You will find happiness if you just go through life with a smile. Ka-ka-ka-ka. Thank you for the super. You like my beautiful eyes. Really? Thank you. Sunny, thank you for the super. You met Jonathan Bailey. Say you're 3 times hotter. Wow. Now that is a high compliment. Thank you. Sweetheart. Chill Pentagram, thank you. My older, as in older than me, friend is close to 50, is learning Mandarin for the fun of it. You see? Learning a new language at being close to 50 years old, there is no age limit on learning a new skill, meeting new people. There are some geezers I know. There are some geezers I know in their, in their late 60s, 70s, and they talk about their 50s as though they were young and full of life. And then some people are afraid to turn 23. It's like, did I wash the outfit? Yes, I washed it. Don't worry. I'm wearing clean clothes. I guess in a big sense, it's like, oh, you've only got one life, so you wanna give it to me? You've only got one life, so you want to, there's this idea that, oh, you only get to be in your 20s once. But if you believe that, you'll wind up only ever dissatisfied because there is an unbelievable, infinite amount of things to do in life, an infinite number of experiences to have, and you couldn't possibly squeeze them all into your 20s. So, or into any one life. You're just gonna have to accept that, like, you're allowed to do these things when as you age. You shouldn't panic. You shouldn't panic about it. Cooper, thank you for the super. Ona stopped me in my 30s. Yeah, no, that's always gonna be crazy. But strangely flattering, I imagine. Alexis, thank you for the super. I'm 21 and people still think I'm Jesus Christ. Misty, thank you for the super. What can I do to get that Man from Omar reprise as a single so I can loop it 800 times? I'm sure that I might ask Unit Zero about uploading it. I think that would be a good idea. Lisa, thank you for the Aku super. I'm Lord. I was in it. I've heard, yeah. Felt terribly during that time, but Vox Pape stayed by my bedside and many kindred gave me encouragement. Now I feel much better, although I still can't walk. I want to thank this warm place. Wow. Lisa, you have been so brave. You have been so brave, and I cannot imagine the pain and the fear that you felt. But what matters is, ironically, as we were saying earlier, even though right now you can't walk, you metaphorically found your footing and you put one foot in front of the other, and you kept moving forward, believing that your best days were yet to come. I'm really genuinely, I want to say I'm very proud of you for keeping going, but I'm also, the fact that you're saying that kindred were there to encourage you, that is really, really, really heartwarming for me to hear. Because obviously, there's this idea that, some people have negative ideas about kindred and will spread a lot of nasty ideas about my lovely fans, but the reality is that I know you're all kind to each other. I know you're all there for each other. I know that you all look after each other, and that I think is good enough for me, and it should be good enough for you too. the kindness that you show to each other is worth a million, worth enduring any level of vitriol from anybody. I really seriously think that you all have grown so much into such a wonderful group of people that I am so proud to represent and to be the Oshi for. And just knowing that when someone was in a really terrible place, that they had all of you to rely on, that is powerful. And that is, well, that's it. That's kindness. Even in a little way, even if all you did was leave a message of encouragement, you helped and you were kind. And that's enough. Ayami, thank you for the super. Glad I can give you hope today. You give me hope as well. But yes, I've got, there's some fun stuff that I've been plodding away at, and there's like a couple little things that I've been working on that I want to share, you know, that I want to share like soonish, that aren't super long term, but it'll take like a little while. But it's fun. It's fun. At the moment, I'm thinking about Cuckoo Clock. You know, I'm thinking about Cuckoo Clock, and I'm thinking about how great it was to put that script together and to do that stream. I felt very proud of how it all turned out in the end. I think something I'm struggling with at the moment is that there are so many stories coming to mind that I could tell. Oh God, but a lot of them are really dark, and a lot of what it's like, you know, I want to be able, and I know Cuckoo Clock was extremely dark as well. It's just sometimes I feel like, you know, it worries me that I feel like I almost need to like censor some details or something. I know I shouldn't, but maybe if I can remember something, it's like slightly more lighthearted, or maybe, you know, just maybe with a more sound ending or something, then maybe I'll choose to tell that one, because I think I need the next story I tell, I would like to have a little bit of levity personally. Holiday themed ones? Well, there's probably a few knocking around. Probably a few. I guess, yeah, if I give a disclaimer beforehand, it's probably all fine. That's good to know. That's good to know. Gosh, it's very nostalgic listening to Diego's soundtrack always. It always brings me back. Man, how lucky. How lucky to get to work with someone like that. Oh, Cuckoo Clock. It was a story that I told. I called it Cuckoo Clock. It was about a month or so ago now, maybe a bit longer. Yeah, probably more than a month now. Jesus, time really has passed fast. I think the month after VCraft, you know, October, just whoom, because I was just so in my feels about VCraft the whole time. May Grace, thank you for the super. Never loved anyone but you. That's so sweet of you. If you ever did love someone else, I wouldn't be mad, because I want you to be happy. But if you feel happy here, then that's okay. I'm glad that you're here regardless. Can't believe it's No Nut November. Not for me! I don't know about you guys. I'm having a grand old time. I don't have to worry about self-control. I've been eating all kinds. Cashews, walnuts, peanuts, pecans. Pistachios. You guys a fan of pistachios? Pistachios have a very interesting flavor. Definitely the strongest tasting nut. But also, I would say my favorite is a cashew. I love a cashew nut. Love a cashew nut. My favorite thing to do with a cashew nut is throwing it into stir fry. Do that all the time. I love just getting some veg and then chucking some cashews in, and they give it such a lovely, gentle crunch. It's like you got one of those mint crumbles, but it's a nice little piece of protein that's good for you instead of wrecking your teeth and making your mouth really cold. Ooh, candied pecans. I had a pizza once that had candied walnuts on it, and it was, oh. I think it had won an award for like one of the best pizzas ever done. I was like, surely not. I tasted it, and I was like, no, they weren't lying. That award can be won. It is the best. It is the best in the whole world. Lily-chan, thank you for the Aku Super. Happy 2nd anniversary to the Demon Hungers. It's almost a year ago today that I sent an Aku Super. So I want to say something lighter. Truly happy that you are still here. Soul is still ready to be eaten by you, but please be gentle. Don't worry. If that day ever came, I would be very gentle. Wishing you all the best. Thank you so much for the Aku Super. I love you too, and I'm really glad that you're here after so much time to wish me a happy 2nd anniversary to the film. Wishing you all the best, and to you. Thank you so much. You're going to stream sailing at launch, by the way. Of course I am. Old School is getting a new skill. This has never happened before. Old School has been around. Old School RuneScape. So the original game got lots of new skills as they were coming out, you know. Slayer was a new one, Hunter, Construction. And so many of them were bare bones on release because the game was just a small team and they were putting in whatever they wanted. But then, you know, Old School comes out. RuneScape 3 goes on to add fucking Dungeoneering. Dungeoneering was before Old School. But, you know, you had Dungeoneering, then Old School comes out and you got Divination, Invention, Necromancy, archaeology, all kinds of stuff got added, but Old School stayed the same for 12 years. Old School is older now than RuneScape was when Old School first came out, I think. All that nostalgia built up from the good old days. We've had more time living in the nostalgia than the nostalgia ever existed, which is mad. But it's the first time that there's a new skill, and it's going to be sailing, and sailing it looks great to me. It looks so great. I mean, it seems like, because one of the only things that I can confidently say I'm critical of when it comes to sort of the way RuneScape is structured as a game is that there's so much more emphasis placed on combat over skills. Like, you can always get all the resources, or almost all of them, from skilling, from combat that you would need to get from skilling. Like, you know, you can get magic logs from bosses, so why train woodcutting? You know, you can get the best fish off of, you know, for every boss will drop every version, you know, coal mine, no reason to go mining, all of that. But sailing seems to be patching a lot of holes in that, and sailing is adding so much that adds to the overall skilling sort of architecture. And there's going to be stuff PVM wise and combat wise that requires sailing, and a lot skilling wise that you need in order to train your sailing up to that level. A lot with sailing needs other skills, so it will sort of give you more incentive to train those other skills. And I'm really excited to see how it sort of fleshes out the whole ecosystem of the game. I've not played RuneScape much since Gridmaster, but I am still, you know, dead keen on the game, and when sailing comes out, I'm definitely going to try. I think maybe it's time to just log back in and get to skilling a little bit, because a lot of the skill requirements are quite high, I believe. Yeah, like they need you to it's like you don't have to, but if you want to do everything that sailing has to offer, they're saying you need, like, what are the requirements for it? I've got quite a few of them already. I've got all the quests, obviously. Where is it? That's not it. That's not it. Where is it? Where is it? I want to check this. Oh, for God's sake. Yes, unfortunately, a diabolically high thieving level. But that's fine. Faith, thank you for the super. People assumed I looked and sound like a kid because of my voice. And stuff, because my voice doesn't. Ah, I see. That can be frustrating. That can be frustrating. I'm sure. But don't worry. Don't worry about all that. We still love you. But yeah, like 92 woodcutting, 92 construction, 74 mining. I've got 91 fishing. That's going to take ages. 94 smithing. Ugh. 93 cooking, that's fine. 73 crafting I have, 92 farming I have, 84 fletching I think I have, 77 hunter I think I have, 87 thieving, 89 herb lore, that's gonna suck, and then slayer, attack and ranged I already have. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it's like 6 skills that I would need to really get up. And that's not going to be possible. In the time before sailing comes out, that's not going to be possible. Especially with stuff like woodcutting. If I locked in on smithing, I probably could. I don't know if I really want to, but oh well. Serena, thank you so much for the super. Looking forward to more stories from you in the future. Mwah. Of course. It's not a requirement to do sailing, because this is obviously going to be the stuff that sailing requires when you get to end game sailing. If you get like 90 sailing. And who knows how long sailing is going to take to train. Are you getting a RuneScape member stream soon? I think so. I would like to. We still haven't done the bloody changeover. We still haven't done the changeover one. We'll do that. We'll do that this week. Cerulia, thank you for the super. Pistachio in Chinese, kaixin, which means happy, and guo means fruit. Always find the name interesting. Aww. Happy fruit. Kaixin guo. Love to learn little bits and pieces. Yeah, I think that's a nice idea. I'd like to do some OSRS with you guys. So maybe we'll do one of those streams. We'll do the original idea I had, where I'll do 2 hours of a public stream, and then we can use the little feature to swap over into members only, as we like to do with RuneScape. And that'll be pretty cool. That'll be pretty cool. All right. Yeah. I am a little tired, and I'm running out of things to say, so I think that's probably going to do it for me for today. But think about what I have said today. Think about what I've said. Plant your feet firmly, as I learned to from all of you. When I first released this film, I did so with pride and with happiness, but in the end, I wound up feeling dejected, guilty, and scared, and angry, and all kinds of things. Things progressed in a way. I had built myself up to imagine the end result so much that there was no way that anything that happened could have satisfied those feelings. I had wanted something different, but what I got was so valuable in a way that I could never have predicted. I grew so much because of it. And so, even though it was hard, even though I was so angry and afraid, I planted my feet and I moved. And I didn't always move in the right direction. Sometimes I moved way off course in a really, really wrong direction. But then you can always take a few steps back along the path and try a different one. And I did. And we walked and we walked and we walked hand in hand for a long, long time. And after a long while, we eventually made it to the other side. And I am proud of every single one of you for having been there with me, having given me the patience and the time to grow and to accept the way that things were going to be and to make the most from that wonderful experience. So if you are going to do anything, like we said earlier, no matter where you are in life, no matter how scared you are, how badly you want things to be different, all I want you to do is, no matter how afraid you feel, plant your feet upon the ground, find your footing, take your time to find it, but find it, and then pick a direction and walk. It's I think it was Martin Luther King said, if you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl, but we must always be moving forward, because and this is what I say, all of your greatest days, think of the best days that you've ever had. More like them lie in the future, but you will not reach them if you do not move forward. So let's move forward together. Let's keep walking. Let's do so with pride. And of course, when we do, what are we going to be to the rest of the world? Wherever we walk, what will we be? You're damn right we're gonna be kind. Thank you very much for watching the stream. Thank you for helping me celebrate the 2nd anniversary of the Demon Hungers, and I look forward to celebrating that anniversary for many more years to come. I love you all, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye now.